That is the town board meeting on Thursday, January 24th, at approximately 7 p.m. We'll start with citizen comments. This is an open forum for anyone to make a comment of any kind. Name and address for the clerk, please. Just come on up to the microphone.
William Schrader, Fern Drive.
Can you give us like the exact address, Mr. Schrader?
Address, please. South 61, West 23045 Fern Drive. What I hear talk about, and this is something that's been going on for some years, and I just wondered, are there inspections occasionally made throughout the town of Waukesha regarding the condition of properties? This is a question.
Well, we can answer simple questions, and there's no specific view. We normally respond to complaints as far as issues related to properties.
You normally don't.
There's no general review to see the condition of properties other than the assessment.
Oh, okay. I guess that answers it.
Okay.
So in other words, to clarify, in other words, if you find some property that's really being run down and really unkept, so to speak, the town would do nothing about that?
There needs to be a report to the town, and then we'll direct it through our planner. Through our building inspector.
A report by whom, from whom?
From somebody who's making a complaint. Right. Why don't you contact Jamie tomorrow, and she'll run you through how that works.
Okay. Thanks. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Good evening, Michael Kaler, S14W2470 National Highways. 3186. Question I have, or actually a statement I do want to make to the board, and this is a question that could maybe later. When there's a situation where there's a town ordinance and there's a county ordinance, even though we hire the county to do services for the town, from what I'm understanding, the county ordinances take over the town, even though we're hiring.
That's way complicated and nothing that, I mean.
I know, I'm not looking for an answer here, but it's something that in the future I think there could be a problem because there was a situation that happened in my house and I had no recourse. County was saying, this is what we do, but yet I looked up the town ordinance and it says, here's what we can do, and they said, too bad. So the problem is, we're paying them, but for our services, shouldn't they be relying on ours? They work for us, yes, they work for the county, but they're hired by us.
Well, they're not hired by us, they provide services.
They provide a service, but
they're not hired by us.
Okay.
But this is a longer term, contact the clerk, we'd be happy to discuss
that'd be
the
great.
process and know the exact issue that we can deal with, figure out for you.
Judy Fuller, South 48, West 23440, Merlin, Maine, I believe, but it's P.O. Box 709, Waukesha. I'm not sure if this is the only time you can speak in the meeting, but under current business, I would like to speak about C and D, I think it's D. I would urge this committee to submit to be included in the Waukesha water service area. Having a meeting with them today or yesterday, it came to my attention that this town building may end up being hooked up to city services because the septic system is failing or has failed. And after talking to Dan Dubniak today and wanting to know the answer of whether they've received a letter from you being in the service area, agreeing to be in the service area, I would urge that you say yes, because I think you'd be cutting off your nose to spite your face and limiting situations where your wells could be contaminated. There is quite a bit of the city of Waukesha that is already on city water. the town of Waukesha that's on city water in some of the island areas. And I know they will continue to be serviced even if you decide you don't want to be in the service area. And unfortunately, I find that at odds with itself, that some of your properties have city water, and the other ones, if you don't agree to be in the service area, can never get city water, even in an emergency situation. So I would urge this board to send a letter to be included, and as a taxpayer, I request that you do that. I think it's for the benefit of the town. Thank you.
Thank you. Name and address for the clerk, please.
Hello, I'm Laurie Long, W271 S3581 Oak Knoll Drive, Waukesha 53189. At the December 27th meeting, I addressed the town board, not the committee, but the town board, about the reasons why not to be included in the Waukesha water service area. I won't go through every one of my points then, but I will say this, and by the way, I hope everybody got the email that I sent with my written comments. I would urge you to remember, and I can't believe that this is going on 2 years already now, but I would urge you to remember all of the series of public meetings that you had back in May. I think it was April and May, possibly, of 2011. And the citizens of the town, the residents of the town, spoke quite clearly, I believe, saying that they do not want to be included in the water service area, and the reasons why. Because it's, I think, one of the things I delineated in my comments and my verbal comments at the December meeting was that the city of Waukesha has really not acted in good faith. And whatever relationship or progress in negotiations you might have thought you were making after making all the overtures that you did, then they went ahead and purchased the well fields on the Lathers property, and as soon as your letter outlining conditions to them was made public, they immediately pronounced via the newspaper that they weren't going to meet terms. So, you know, I would run, not walk, away from any relationship with the city of Waukesha with regard to water. We have plenty of resources here in our town, and if there were such an emergency, quote-unquote, situation, we have lots of options to pursue that are less invasive, less expensive, and more suitable to our rural atmosphere in the town of Waukesha, our rural quality of life, and to do these things well before any such, like the town of Waukesha would require a diversion of some kind. And so I thank you for listening. I urge you and thank you for putting aside your personal differences and coming together on the bypass question, and I urge you to do the same thing tonight when I think you might be making a decision about whether or not to be included in a service area. Thank you.
Thank you. Next, anyone would like to make a comment, citizen comment this evening? All right, then we'll move on.